What's happening, everybody? Pastor Jude here. Hope all my dudes are having a great day. Today I'm going to be working on a mid-2000s, early mid-2000s Ford F-150 with the Triton V4. Let me turn it around and show you guys what it is and tell you what I'm going to do. All right, well, it's a burgundy maroon F-150. It's got the Triton V4. Right there, you guys can see that. Someone did a tune-up on it, not me, but my customer called me and said, "Hey man, I just had a tune-up and it's still misfiring. Can you diagnose it for me?" So I came and I looked, and it had a misfire. So I came and looked at the coil that was missing, and this coil here had tape around the connector. Took off the tape and this slid right off, and it did not have a good connection. So I guess instead of repairing it, whoever did the tune-up kind of taped it on and hoped that would secure it. It obviously didn't, because it was still missing, and I believe he has two on the other side that are the same. Let's see. I'll show them to you when I find them, but you see that one looks alright. That one looks alright. It's probably the back too. Yeah. Oh crap! This one just popped off. And anyways, so what I'm gonna do is correct it the right way. I went up and I picked up, he told me it was 3, so I bought 3 connectors. Focus. And I got some heat shrink and some butt connectors. And I know the comments are gonna fill up with, "Oh, but you're supposed to solder." Well, everyone who tells me I'm supposed to solder, go ahead and tell me, go take your 4 training classes like I did, factory training, and then tell me that you're supposed to solder, because every class I've ever said, on certain applications, you are supposed to solder, but on applications like this, they are not. The kits that used to come, if you get this from Ford, comes with the connector and this exact style in it. So comment if you will, say I could have done a better job, but whatever, is what it is. Just how I'm doing it. It's going to work fine. Let me show you guys now. It's not going to take a lot of tools. It's going to take a pair of wire strippers / cutters. This one is a SK USA. Had this one for years. It's a great tool. A crimping tool. I don't know who makes this one, but I got it off the Macro truck years ago. I don't really need a utility knife, but I need the blade. This is an OEM Tools utility knife, so I can have the blade, so I can cut some tape. And I'm just holding everything in a bolster tray. Great tray, by the way. I like that tray. Works great. All right, let me get to this and I'll show you guys as I go along. So you guys can see how much I cut off, and you can see that the new one comes with a whole lot more wire. Now I wouldn't suggest cutting exactly where I cut. Give yourself a little bit of room, but also make sure, and you look at these from the back and realize that the red with the green stripe is on the left side of the connector, which is the white wire, and the pink with the white stripe is going to be the black wire. So make sure, basically, you don't want to mess these up when you're going back together. So I know it doesn't look exactly like the same one. I got some aftermarket Duralasts, but they're going to work just fine. All right, so just make sure you don't mix up your wires. Give me a second. So I like to, if it would focus, get my crimper in my pliers. I can't do this with it. I only have one hand, but then I hold it, just put the wire in, and then crimp it. Give them a good pull. They're on tight. They're on snug. Make sure you go together with your heat shrink on. You don't want to put it on without your heat shrink. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So now I'm on the left side, and it's the back too. I already started on this one, but you can see I got my Bar's cut and ready to go, and it's also number 8. So I can show you how the other side turned out unless you guys want. You know, I'll wait and I'll show you guys all of them together. It's gonna look good, but not a hard job. But just make sure you do things right when you're, if you're doing a tune-up on someone and you break these clips. I think they're 15 bucks a piece at AutoZone. That's what I got them for. You know, the heat shrink and the kit was like 10 bucks. So you charge the customer, you know, for the parts, obviously, make a few bucks on the parts, 20 bucks a piece plus the connectors or whatever. And I mean, the connectors came with like, I think 15 of them and the heat shrink in it as well for the little butt connectors. That cost me 10 bucks. You know, I'll just charge the customer for the whole thing. I'm only using six of each. So I'll have the other half. And a few more bucks in parts, a little more in labor, and he's not gonna have any problems. He'll be happy. But like I said, I'm just backtracking for what someone else did, so I'll show you when it's done. All right, guys. So in the end, I did number, I think that's 3 or 2. Can't tell that I touched it. I did number 7 and number 8. Found a couple things that are gonna have to get fixed as well. If you can see my finger, I am pointing at the 7mm bolt that holds down number 7 ignition coil. When I started, if you can see this ignition coil, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like that. Look at, I'm moving that one and it doesn't move. Oh, that hurt. This one moves around way too much. The bolt was loose, so I said, all right, cool, I'll tighten it. I started to tighten it, then I found out that it was stripped. Bummer. So whoever did this tune-up also stripped that out. So now I'm gonna have to call my customer, get him down here and show him what he did. But I know that you guys all know that I work at a shop. I do some service writing. That's what I started there as, but now as people have left, I'm in the shop as well. I've worked in Ford dealerships for a long time, but I am doing this one behind my garage. So this is what I am going to consider a DIY. So Tex Talking Shop, here is my DIY video. Thanks for watching Tex Talking Shop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Cool. I didn't know if I was going to get anything out, man. I mean, what's a guy like me or Cass or Theo? What are we going to do? You know, Mike, Brooke, honestly, what are we going to do about DIY? I was going to tell stories about DIY nightmares and how to avoid them. I still may do that, but for now, since I had a job to do at my own house, I am just going to use this as my video. All right. Thanks for watching Tex Talking Shop. Power Stroke Jude out. I'll let you guys know how this turns out. All right, guys. Now, not a lot of tools were needed for this job, like I told you guys earlier. I had my topside creeper just because I'm fat. Don't want to be crawling up there. It makes it a lot easier for me to hover over an engine. I had a pair of crimpers, pair of wire strippers, pair of flush cuts, utility knife, and then the only reason I needed this was because I found that bolt that was loose. So I had my some gear wrench extensions, a snap-on socket, and a snap-on ratchet, some tape, and then my bolster mat, which came in clutch. Man, I like this thing. It's actually pretty cool. It's got 4 compartments. This stuff here was just the stuff I have in my pocket, in my shirt pocket. I put it there. I kept some tools there, some tape there, and some garbage there. That bolster mat worked out great. All right, hope you guys enjoyed my video. And I also had my K-Tool work table, has a little work stand. Love that thing. Out.